Sören Kierkegaard was born into a rather privileged family. He was raised by an extremely religious Lutheran father. He entered the University of Copenhagen where he studied theology. In 1840, he got engaged, but a year later, he broke off his relationship. Overwhelmed by the feeling of guilt, he now devotes himself to a more intense practice of faith. In this video, I invite you to discover the most beautiful quotes of Sören Kierkegaard. Hello, my name is Richard and you are on my channel, Best Quotes. I encourage you to leave us your comments, and especially to subscribe, to be kept informed of the publication of new videos full of wisdom. Sören Kierkegaard was a 19th-century Danish philosopher and theologian. Kierkegaard's works deal with death, purpose, and the human condition. He was influenced by philosophers such as Plato and Kant, and he inspired existentialist philosophers such as Nietzsche and Sartre. Kierkegaard asserts that doubt is necessary for faith, and that doubt and faith are linked. Faith presupposes doubt, while belief is rooted in observable facts. When there is no doubt, faith is a mere observation and ceases to be faith. Thus, according to Kierkegaard, we can have faith in God, but we cannot believe in Him. Kierkegaard explains that there are three stages in life: aesthetic, ethical, and religious. The aesthetic stage is the most primitive. In this stage, a person is guided by passion and emotions. In the ethical stage of life, one is dominated by the values of society. The most mature stage of life is the religious stage. Kierkegaard blamed the churches for preventing a person from truly living the spiritual life, which God wants for us. True faith does not involve rituals or memorized liturgies. I now invite you to discover the best quotes by Sören Kierkegaard.
Marriage is and will remain the most important journey of discovery that man can undertake. Life can only be understood by looking back, but it can only be lived forward. Each woman has her own seducer. Her happiness is only to meet him. A capital condition for any enjoyment, it is to limit oneself. The more you hide, the more unpleasant it is to be surprised. A bad conscience can make life interesting. There is nothing on which hovers so much seduction and curse as on a secret. A girl who wants to please by making herself interesting will please mostly herself. One is ashamed to obey the king because he is the king, so one obeys him because he is clever. Without sin, there is no sexuality, and without sexuality, there is no story. You only suffer once, you win for eternity. There is perhaps nothing that ennobles a human being more than knowing how to keep a secret. It is not the path that is difficult, it is the difficult that is the path. Fixed ideas are like cramps, for example, in the foot. The best remedy is to walk on it. If a woman achieves great things, she is admired more than a man, because she was not expected to do so. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. There are two ways to be wrong. One is to believe what is not, the other is to refuse to believe what is. In matters of cause and effect, there is no right measure. To be fit for nothing or for anything is a rare ability. When you don't seize your chance, you are a fool. Life must be lived looking towards the future, but it can only be understood by looking back to the past. The individual in his anguish of sin produces sin. Anguish is the vertigo of freedom. The humorist, like the wild beast, always goes alone.
Sören Kierkegaard died on November 11, 1855, from complications of a fall from a tree as a child. He was buried in the cemetery in Copenhagen, Denmark. His writings were little circulated outside Denmark until professional translations were made in the 1920s. Thank you for watching our video on the best quotes by Sören Kierkegaard. I invite you to subscribe to be informed when our next videos are released. In the meantime, I suggest you click here to discover new quotes, inspiring and full of wisdom.